Kia ora Pisces, welcome to your August 2015 Taroscope reading. I hope you've all got a few minutes to sit back, chill out, relax and hear what the messages are that's coming your way. You'll note that we're using a different deck for this month. It's still a tarot deck, but it's designed by John Holland, a very well-known psychic and medium. He likes to work with the vibration or essence of colour, so some of the cards have been altered in a perspective of the dynamic of colour, and he has also changed some of the other cards around. An example is this one here. He's introduced these, there's several chakra energy cards, and he has actually taken out the court cards such as the Queen, King, Page and Knight. So there are some changes. We'll work with both his energies and interpretations and the traditional ones and mine. And if you're interested, these stones or crystals that are in your reading, this is a merlinite, this is a turquoise, and this is a beautiful amethyst geode, or small one, cluster. Now this merlinite's a really interesting stone. I've only had it for a couple of weeks myself, and it really increases synchronistic events. So while it's sitting in the reading, it's sort of passing across that vibration. Take a note during the month of August how many of you start receiving really neat synchronistic messages and events that occur. So anyhow, let's shuffle your cards for you and see what's in store for Pisces for August 2015. Okay. They're a little harder to shuffle because they're a little bit bigger than the traditional tarot. I shall just do this. Alright guys, we will be doing 5 cards. There will be 4, one for each week, and then a 5th one that is sort of a challenge energy, and then we will do the high vibration card at the end. So your first card for the beginning of August for 2015 is number 4, Firm Foundation. Now this card has a red border, and it would normally denote the pentacles, which is the physical plane of life, as well as representing the earth signs such as Capricorn, Taurus and Virgo. So I should just put that there. The second card is the 5 of, it's with the purple border, which represents the wands in the traditional tarot, which is our spirit essence, and also the fire signs such as Sagittarius, Leo and Aries. And this says obstacles and challenges. Your next one card for the 3rd week of August is a major arcana card, and it is, we can tell that, denote it because of the black border around it. Also the number, it's 14. 14 would normally represent temperance in the traditional tarot deck. And if we have our 4th card, we see a blue border which represents the swords normally, and that's the mental capacity or the mental energies, and this is rest and rejuvenate. Your 5th card for the area of life or in the month that may be a challenge to you is 9, a purple border again, which is the wands, so it would be the 9 of wands, and this is spiritual strength. So I will place that up there. What I do suggest to all you guys is, you know, if we look at these cards, they're so profound in their colour, and I say to people, sort of focus or meditate on them and see which card you're really attracted to, and then go within a little bit and see if you can pull out any extra messages or meanings for yourself that could be relevant, that come out from the reading and your interpretation and essence and energy of the card as well. Okay guys, so let's move into the first card anyhow and sort of analyse these a little bit. I might just pull that out a little bit more. So we start your month of August off with the number 4 and the Firm Foundations, which would be the 4 of Pentacles. Often considered a positive card. It's as if finances are on your mind, so you might have financial matters or thoughts around you and on your mind. Sometimes the traditional tarot card for me meant that you might get a little bit of increase coming your way one way or another. And sometimes it can be tied into someone giving you money, but having an expectation of how it should be used as well. So it could be gifted to you in the way from a friend or a family person, but they'd like you to spend it on perhaps visiting them, or buying something that they think is appropriate one way or another. It shows us that you have, over time, been nicely balancing your finances and getting them into a positive place. You possibly have invested some in the right areas, and you're watching them, like you kind of are quite determined to make sure that they stay safe. And from that perspective, it could be telling you to let go of things a little bit too. So don't have any fear around your finances. Know that there is positivity. Know that you can manage them. And if you are worried about them for any reason, like feelings of things are a bit tight or pinched, think positively and put some positive perspective into around your finances or career energy, and know that that helps turn the wheel of prosperity. So also it's about the act of giving and receiving. When we give, we receive. So there's those sort of messages within the card as well. If we come to the next one and we see this obstacles and challenges, it would normally be represented as the Five of Wands. And the Five of Wands sometimes meant that there's other people vying for attention or your thoughts or your energy. And so it's a card that suggests other people are somehow putting their 2 cents worth in. In the traditional tarot, it's a person standing there kind of holding the wand up, defending himself one way or another. So you may feel a little bit defensive, or you may be wanting to make sure your word is being heard. You might be going, wow, give me a chance, I've got things to say over here and I want them heard. So there can be those type of energies around it. It also could be that there could be attraction towards you one way or another. So some of you might find that several people show interest in you and they're sort of gathering around, and you find this connection. So there is that possibility with this one as well. Although oftentimes it still feels a bit pressured for you. It's almost like too much, or, back off, give me a little bit more air and let things take their time, because I'm not in a hurry to get things done. And if we think of it from a health perspective, it would be the same thing, saying just take some time out a little bit, think twice about the situations around you or the things you're going to say. There might be a little bit of tension in that second week of August, so just see if you can find some form of relaxation and slowing the pace of things down a little bit. If we come to this third week here, we see the number 14 and the Patience card, which traditionally we call Temperance. Now, I often think of Temperance as requiring balance, a little bit like this card up here, where he sits in quiet contemplation, sort of seeking some inner peace. The Temperance card or the Patience card reminds us that, again, like I just said here, the messages are sometimes to just slow down and let things take their time as and when they're meant to. It challenges us a little bit to be patient sometimes, because we're often so determined to get something done in a hurry or in a certain way. But remember, part of the fun of having the patience to see a project through is to enjoy each step of it as it's occurring, like being in the now. So I'll read you some of the words from his booklet, because sometimes he has really interesting points of interest to pass along. This card signifies the need for patience, self-control, adjustment, moderation and balance when dealing with others as well as yourself. This could be in the areas of how you think and work, and how you handle school, recreation, the people in your life, or the spiritual path that's set before you. As a soul, you have more than one aspect of yourself to draw on for support. It's all about integration and learning to blend and balance both the physical and the spiritual. You are an ethereal being in a physical body enjoying a human experience. Therefore, since you're both, you should honour all of you. If you go through life denying yourself the joy of combining these aspects, you're missing out on so much of what the world has to offer. Why accept a life that's half lived? The Patience card reminds you to open your heart and mind and allow yourself to listen to other people's ideas, thoughts and perspectives. Blissful harmony can be achieved when everyone learns to work as one. All benefit. Listening, sharing and reaching out will help you renew your faith in yourself and humankind. You'll become more aware of the miracles around you as well as the ones that you have had a hand in creating. So it's a beautiful card, and you know, the message is there, and the feeling of calm and sort of all those words that he mentioned, the tolerance, the patience, the introspection, they're all wonderful gifts and they're all great places to find yourself. So that third week of August has that feeling since that card turned up. When we come to the fourth week here and we have the number 4, you've actually got quite a lot of 4 energies in your reading. And the number 4, interestingly enough, is one that if we focus on it, we can meditate on it and actually sort of bring lightness and higher vibration into our lives. And in fact, I'll show you this since you've got so many 4s in your reading. This beautiful card is from the Flower of Life cards that I have been using lately. But I'll turn this over for you and read it for you because there's a message in here for you guys in particular. So it's called Meditation of 4, and I'm doing it because you've got so many 4s that have turned up in your reading, and I think it's obviously a hidden message for you here. Sit quietly and close your eyes. Breathe in for a count of 4. Breathe out for a count of 4 and pause for a count of 4. Repeat 4 times, then open your eyes. Do this 4 times a day, and within 4 days you will start to feel lighter. The vibration of 4 invokes a feeling of retreat, order and balance. Just like a square, all that is built upon it is evenly distributed. 4 inspires you to clean up your foundations. And there we have it over here, the firm foundation. Your beliefs and your fears, not by getting rid of them, but creating something new. Focus upon what feels good and all your negative vibrations fall away from lack of attention and your highest path magically reveals itself. So I couldn't help but pass that message along to you guys because of the 4s. We're getting this, the words foundations here, the firm foundations. You see the triangle with the 3, you can manifest that into the 4 and get more balance. We see this here about the patience and the establishment of groundwork. And we see this one over here, the rest and rejuvenate, which is about going within and finding the meditation and taking a retreat and spending time in contemplation. And just while we're on this card, it can also mean going away on a small trip or holiday or vacation or retreat with someone close and someone special. And it can also mean fertility as well as a love union. So lots of meanings within this card that keep bubbling up that I also just wanted to pass the messages across. You see what I meant before when we started the reading and I talked about this Merlinite stone, how the synchronicities keep coming. And you've had them already in the reading, the 4s, then this beautiful message for you as well. So it's really fun when these sort of things happen. I'll move on with the reading. You've got this last card that we were looking at, the Spiritual Strength card, the 9. So again, this would be the Wands card, and often again we feel a little bit of agitation when this card is around. So it's about gathering your energies and harnessing them all together and finding strength, whether it be your spiritual, physical, emotional, sort of bringing them all together, which combines to give this overall powerful strength. So there is a feeling in August, and we got it through some of these other cards, that you may be needing to do that for the month. Gather yourself in with lovely positive meditation, the use of this number 4, bringing in some lightness and harnessing those energies together, and I think you will find that the month will flow much easier for you. So if we're thinking of health-wise of any of these, the main message I got there for you guys was to just slow down a little bit and refocus and re-energize yourselves. So again, that reading is really quite profound, all that stuff that just bubbled up and the connection and the synchronicity of it all. I love it. Okay, so let's go on to the last card and see what you're going to get for the Angels of Atlantis energy cards and the white light vibration. We shall see what comes up for you guys. Okay, Pisces, let's spread them. If you can hear some strange noises outside, it's just the neighbours doing some gardening work and trimming up trees and things, because we live in a very leafy suburb. Okay, so this is your card. Intention, Sandelphin. Well, we've talked a lot about that, haven't we? And it just seems that that is wanting to make itself clear again for you. You know, when you take that time out, get that spiritual thought process going. And you guys, of all the signs I think of as being one of the most profoundly spiritually connected, you know, it's as if spirituality and you guys go hand in hand. So there's the spiritual strength, which is almost what she's doing here. She's finding this intention in her life and seeking the way to move forward. It's the beautiful golden chakra, the solar plexus chakra, which gives you strength as well. And again, we talk about the word strength. The solar chakra is, or the solar plexus, the golden orange chakra, is where you gather all of your strength, both physical and spiritual. So when you have positive intention and you focus on your tension, that's what you manifest as in your life as you move forward. So I think, Pisces, it's quite a nice month for you to have time to do that and really picture what it is you want, how you want to get there, and with positivity and spiritual strength. So guys, that was a really neat reading. It just was unfolding second by second as we went along. So thank you all for listening and subbing and liking and commenting. I love it all. It's a privilege for me to be able to do this for you. I feel really honoured, and I'm just thrilled to be able to offer these readings. They're uplifting and they're positive and full of love. So with that, I shall say goodbye for the month and see you next month, and have a wonderful time. Kia kaha and much aroha.